welcome Mr. Sean Lock, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to have you. I'm so thrilled you're on the show because I've seen Sean live and I do think, genuinely, I think he's a brilliant comedian.
Thank you. Thanks very much, yes.
How long have you been doing comedy for? When did you start?
Well, I think what happened with me was I used to do loads of... It was sort of in the early 80s. I left school, I didn't really have any qualifications or anything, so I just did any job, usually low-paid jobs. Worked on building sites a lot. I did loads of terrible jobs. I was a plumber for a while. I was a toilet cleaner in France. That's a tough job.
I imagine.
Yeah. Because you don't know where the toilet is. You're not sure you're in the toilet or the shower. What happened was I thought I wanted more than my fair share of attention. I think I was one of those people.
You
know that kind of feeling, don't you?
Never. You're the kind of person, though, were you making jokes? You were kind of seeking attention? Were you the funny guy on the building site, for example?
Well, no, I wasn't. I was the sort of middle-class guy on the building site. So... really, I had to sort of, like, temper it, really. Yeah. I was one of those people who ended up on a building site and possibly a lot of people thought, what's he doing there?
Did you become a bit more blokey while you were there? Did you overdo the... All right, good morning, all right,
yes,
a cup of tea, bribe, look at her and pay fee.
No, people don't do that bad.
Have you noticed people don't do that so much anymore? I was trying to explain to my children what that was.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing it at them, I want to point out, but I said people sometimes used to... But people used to do that in the streets. They would actually see a lady they liked and they'd go, whoa!
I worked on building sites for years, for about 7 years. I never saw one man do that.
Never one?
That's Sun cartoons.
What period was this?
This would have been from about 1981
well,
to
too
about
late, you see, you missed
1988.
it. The golden years of war were like 71 or 77. Yeah. I was there.
Honestly, I didn't...
Kylie, have you ever had that? Have you ever had anyone, when you've walked past Kylie, go, Whoa!
Have I?
Yeah.
Not with those...
Not with that movement?
Yeah.
What kind of movements do they normally accompany for?
What movement?
I imagine it's more camp. It's like, whoa!
It's more jazz hands.
I love a jazz hand, mate.
Yeah.
You can incorporate... You can do a jazz hand. He's not seasick right now, obviously.
Yeah.
How gorgeous is Kylie Minogue?
Lovely, she's lovely.
How handsome?
Have you seen the backing group?
OK, shall we show people now?
Looks like the...
OK, hold it. Stop just there. OK, so far, so good. OK? You got Seasick Steve in the middle. He's not backing Kylie, although who knows? Maybe later on we'll get the old twangy thing out. You got two lovely ladies there, two gorgeous ladies there. They're going to be, I guess, singing and a bit of shimmering and a bit of dancing in the background. Yeah, OK. Then we move around. Now the band. Now, I'm warning you now, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't pretty. So far, so good. What's that? Look at those two. It looks like there was a fire at the James Bond convention hotel. They rushed out.
It'd be good, like a new Tory front bench.
We're just lucky they're not wearing the flip-flops.
You wanted change, we're going to give you change.
That's a radical future we're looking at.
I think that'd be great.
You're not a man, I imagine, who would go for that kind of thing. I mean, in terms of the sunny weather, you going out, are you in the shorts? Do you like to catch the sun? Or are you a pale fella who stays inside?
I'm not really a big sun worshipper. I do go out in the sun. I sort of run between patches of shade. Yeah. I like to experience the summer underneath a willow. That sounds quite dodgy, doesn't it?
It does sound
I don't really go in the sun. I'm virtually green underneath.
Yeah,
not underneath my clothes. I'm virtually green underneath. I'm not saying I'm jealous of your show or anything. No, years ago I can't go in the sun. I had skin cancer.
Oh, I see. So this is a genuine reason. This isn't like you're not trying to just stay young and beautiful.
No,
you actually.
Well, obviously, I've not really worked very hard at that. I was very young, but I was about 22, 23 when I got it. But I used to work on building sites for many years, and you got your shirt off, and it's quite difficult to get an Irish foreman to rub a bit of ombre solaire in your back. You know, Mick, you wouldn't be a poppet, would you? And
Mick might like
this is pre-David Beckham. The men weren't very sensitive in those days.
Well, they've changed.
If you had a sarong in those days, it just meant the crotch had fallen out of your trousers. I did, and I was very lucky. They caught it really early. I was incredibly lucky, and I didn't really appreciate how lucky I was for many years, you know, until someone actually explained to me
how bad it could have been.
Yes, yeah. And it's a strange tale, really, because it's almost like an anti-morality tale, because the reason that I survived was because I was promiscuous. I was single at the time, and so nobody saw my body. You know, one of the things that would protect you against skin cancer, you had a partner, they'd see your body.
They say that's different.
Yeah,
that's
that
changed.
looks a bit
You
weird.
want to get that looked into. Yeah.
Apart from all the other things, that looks strange. That looks strange because it's right in the small of my back. Which I don't know about you, but I never spend much time checking it.
Only when I'm shaving it. But apart from that, no.
A special. Have you got that mirror? The ring mirror.
Is that like a ring road?
Yeah, I've had that joke for years and never had a chance to use it.
At last.
And so I was what you would call. I was promiscuous. I would just take opportunities where I found them.
Was this when you were already in comedy? Or was
Yes,
this when so you're on comedy, so you were travelling the country a bit, I guess?
Yes. And I had an experience one evening, and this woman said to me, "There's something very weird on your back, very strange on your back." And so I went to the doctors, and they sent me straight to the hospital, and they cut it out immediately. And they said to me afterwards, you know, I still didn't really understand. They said to me, "Well, we got it early. You'll be fine. You should be fine." But they said another 3 or 4 months down the line, you know, it could have gone. I wouldn't be here. So if I hadn't been a dirty dog, I'd be dead now. Basically, that's the moral tale there, kids.
If there are any people saving themselves for wedlock, you would advise against that.
No, yeah, get out there and just save your life.
Yeah.
Do it.
That's a nice
Just
thing.
do it.
What's the new... Now, here's the tour. The new tour has a strange name to it. Lockopedia.
Yes.
We're all familiar with Wikipedia. I know there's a joke site called Sickopedia as well, where they repeat jokes that they've heard comedians do.
Nick
jokes.
called Theory.
Lockopedia is presumably based on your material. Would I be right? What's the thinking behind it?
The idea, it's a stand-up show, it's a straight stand-up show, but within it there's an element of interaction with the audience. Basically, you know, a lot of comedians are very good at talking to the audience. Like, you can have the great material, but audiences want something to happen on the night.
Make it an event.
And I like heckling, but people don't heckle. They really don't heckle.
So you quite enjoy being heckled?
Yeah, I like being heckled, yeah. It just opens up the night, and usually there's something to take from it and play with.
What kind of heckle would you normally... Would it be, "Oi, glasses," or something like that?
Yeah, like that. Oi, glasses.
What would you say back to it? So, "Oi, glasses."
Yeah. I'd go, "Yeah, you've got glasses on, yeah." Anyway, moving on.
So there is an exchange, though.
Oh, yes, yeah. Obviously, you'd investigate why they'd shouted glasses.
After you demolished them.
Yeah, we don't get that many morons in. I tend to attract a more thoughtful, intelligent heckler. I wanted to find a way of sort of involving the audience, so I came up with this idea of Lockopedia, where what I do is I play audience battleship. So I shout out a row letter and a seat number, and I go, like, E16, I go... Whoever's in that seat has to give me their name, right, a letter, and a word that begins with that letter. And I go to my book of Lockopedia.
So you've got a book that you prepared?
Yes, yeah. And then I sort of, hopefully I can do something on it.
So
normally, to be honest with you, mostly I can't. It's impossible. It's technically impossible, because people shout out ridiculous things. A while back, a guy shouted out perpendicular. How can you do jokes about perpendicular? It's about how you get out of it. It's just a way of breaking up the show.
So it's a nice
not
way,
really the show itself.
So it encourages interaction.
Yes.
I asked you to bring this book along. Do you have it with you?
Yes, yeah.
We have the book. We have the... Should we try it here? Could we try it here?
Yeah.
You have that, is that no, I think we have it out there. We have, young Will, who works on the show, who appears on a semi-regular basis. He's going to bring it out for us. He's a big Kylie fan. We painted his face, but the outfit is his own, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like Kylie.
That could be anyone, couldn't it, under there?
It could be. Kylie, is this what you had in mind when you were styled, do you think, for this kind of...
Totally. I've been outdone.
Looks like the Grim Reaper's an England fan.
and he likes a lovely gay weekend as well.
Yeah.
Did I take the Will? Thank you. Behind me. But may I say, Will, before you go... May I say, nice camel toe. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lovely... what is he exactly? I'm not sure. Yeah. OK, so this is it.
Yeah.
So Lockopedia is... You're on tour with this right now?
It's not in... It's not in order.
You're starting in when? When are you starting the tour for this?
Well, I've done one section of the tour, and I'm going back out again in October.
OK.
November time.
So October, you're back on tour, so you can go and see Sean doing Lockopedia live from early October. So, how do we do this now? Should we get someone from the audience to do this?
Anyone can shout one out.
Someone in the middle there. There's a fella there. A fella looks a bit like
As you
Jamie
can see,
Oliver.
there's no actual jokes in here.
There, that bloke there. What's your name, sir? Paul. Paul?
Hello, Paul. How you doing? Great, I'm having a brilliant time.
Hey, excellent.
E, excellent.
E. Thank you, Paul.
E for what?
Excellent. Yeah.
Excellent. Oh shit.
OK, I'll do it. We have not prepared anything, as I'm sure will soon become apparent.
We won't, because we can tell by the fact that I won't have anything on what you've said.
So say I was in the seat, so I stand up, I'm Jonathan.
Hello, Jonathan.
Hi, Sean, how are you?
All right, thanks.
Enjoying the show?
No, Jonathan, it's my show.
OK.
You're just shouting out.
Old habits.
Yeah.
OK. Now, what should I do to make your show, help you make your show work tonight?
You shout out a letter, any letter.
OK. You know, I was thinking P perpendicular, but I know that's no good. OK. K.
K, and a word beginning with K.
Kylie.
Kylie.
That's a name. You can't do that. OK, I'll do some. K. Look at that busting!
Well, I'll tell you actually something with Kylie is my dad phoned my sister. My sister phoned me earlier. My dad's about 80.
Yeah.
My dad's nearly 80. He's 79. He'll probably be bristling in his seat if he sees
Furious, he's at 80.
And he phoned my sister. He said, Sean's on Jonathan Ross tomorrow night. Kate said, oh, really, is he? He goes, she goes, who's he on with? And he went, Kelly Malone. Well, so that's the sort of thing I might use.
That's your father?
Yeah.
OK,
you have to use anything you've got.
I would say kite. Kite.
Kite?
Kite as a kite.
When have you ever heard a joke about kites?
Never. That's why I'm so excited this evening.
When you hear an English and Irish Scotsman go out with a kite? Kite's the tough one. I have to go to my book, see if there's any...
Kitten.
Kitten? Oh, I love kittens. Have you got a kitten?
I have got... Well, not at the moment, because they tend to grow up.
You've got loads of animals, haven't you?
I've got lots of animals.
Yeah.
Pigs, goats.
I'm looking for K. Here we go. Yeah, kitten. You know, I picked up our cat the other day.
Yeah.
You know, if you pick it up by its front legs and hold it for a bit, they get longer and longer, don't they? And if you hold them for a while, it's like you've got a telescopic cat, isn't it?
Hey, Sean Lott, ladies and gentlemen, one of the funniest comedians I've ever seen live. He's on tour from October. Do yourself a favour, catch it. Sean, great to have you here this evening. Mr. Sean Lott.
Thank you very much.
Excellent. Shall we get my next guest out?